with coverage you can count on. This is the Erie News Nowcast.
Good afternoon, I'm Elspeth Meisner, and thank you for joining us for your Erie News Now Weekend Nowcast. We begin today with new information about a fire that happened overnight in Jamestown, New York. City of Jamestown fire crews worked into the night battling a Friday night massive blaze at what once was the Jamestown Royal Upholstery Company on East Crescent Street. Companies were first called to the scene around 7 p.m. for reports of massive smoke and flames. The heat of the fire was a big challenge for first responders. The smoke was spotted as far as Cattaraugus County and even on Doppler radar. An emergency demolition has been ordered at this time that will bring down the remaining structure. Mayor Eddie Sundquist says it's quite possibly one of the largest fires the city has seen in recent history.
This fire was really hot. It's melted siding and other parts of other buildings around it. And so we're working very hard to make sure that our folks are safe.
And as for what caused that blaze, investigators are still looking into the origin of it at this time. Former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin has been sentenced to more than 2 decades behind bars. On Friday afternoon, a judge handed down a sentence of 22.5 years in prison for the murder of George Floyd. The sentence of more than 22 years was less than the maximum of 40 years in prison, but much more than what Chauvin's defense attorney wanted. They were seeking probation. Chauvin was convicted back on April 20th on 3 counts for the death of George Floyd. Chauvin will spend at least 15 years behind bars before he's eligible for parole. His defense team has indicated they do plan to file for an appeal in the case. Turning now to local news around the area, a leader of Erie's business community had a pretty humbling experience last night as they kissed a pig for charity. For the last 6 years, the Boys and Girls Club had challenged local businesses to nominate an executive to raise money for the club, with the winner kissing a pig. This year's candidates from the Presque Isle Downs Casino, U-Pick 6, and Erie Insurance all competed to show some love for this happy hog right here. Joe Grusha from the Boys and Girls Club of Erie says the fundraiser raked in about $70,000, much needed money for the inner city youth. But who was that lucky person to kiss that sweet pig right there? This year it was Ron Habersky from Erie Insurance was the lucky winner, raising over $21,000. Certainly good news over there. Well, the 4th of July is now just over a week away, and the loud sounds of fireworks celebrating Independence Day has become triggers for many American veterans. A psychologist from the Veterans Association Medical Center said preparing for the loud sounds cannot prevent reactions. Silent fireworks can even trigger bigger flashbacks because of the bright blasts. We spoke to a Navy veteran who says he doesn't even go to fireworks shows anymore because the sights and the sounds take him back to a place he doesn't want to be.
When you're over there in Iraq and you're getting hit with rockets and mortars, you're not really thinking about, boy, those sound just like fireworks. But when you come home and you hear fireworks, you're like, wow, those sound just like mortars and rockets. So I guess it's just one of the things you trade off.
Certainly important information for that. If you're looking to head out and do something fun tonight, we've got you covered. Last night, it was a perfect night for local music fans on Friday as they gathered in Cambridge Springs for the first night of the Riverside Music Festival. Take a listen to some of the sounds. The 3-day event brings in 15 local acts and dozens of local vendors offering food, games, and entertainment of all sorts of specialty goods as well. Organizers say they love seeing the annual event grow each year, and especially after a difficult 2020. As summer begins, they say festivals like this are the perfect return to normalcy and celebrate gathering again.
I'm looking forward to seeing just the people come and enjoying the music and seeing their faces and the vendors just getting, traffic. It really makes me feel like we're back to normal again. So hopefully we stay that way.
Certainly looks like a fun time there. And if you missed out on last night's event, there's still 2 more chances to check it out all day today and all day tomorrow at Riverside Brewing in Cambridge Springs. It is free to attend as well. So certainly a fun and family activity for you there. Well, that does it for this edition of the Erie News Now Weekend Nowcast. Thanks so much for joining us. Be sure to tune in to Erie News Now at 6 for the latest news, weather, and sports. Have a great Saturday.